Animal breeding, financial services, medicine testing, fisheries and seafood. Just some of the areas the government will address, except this time for real, when it publishes papers on what a no-deal Brexit could look like for businesses like this. It's a situation that Sally Stevenson hoped would never arise. She's considering closing one of her 2 toy shops in Wales to cope with Brexit-related disruption and costs.
It's really unacceptable that with 7 months to go we still don't know what Brexit means. We still don't know what's going to happen on the 29th of March next year. And so it's really, really hard to plan different contingencies. So we've had to put together different scenarios based on our interpretation of what might happen, because in the absence of any information forthcoming from the government, then there's not much else that we can do. So it's very frustrating and really difficult to try and run a business when there's no clarity at all.
She might at least get some more information about how a no-deal might affect the flow of goods this week, when the government starts releasing dozens of technical notices offering advice to citizens on what to do should Britain crash out of the EU with no deal. BuzzFeed obtained a list of 84 areas the government will address, from customs and borders to passports, pet travel, food and feed imports. The new Brexit secretary says it's all about the government being responsible, ensuring businesses and public services are ready for what he describes as the unlikely event of a no deal. But as he steps up the pace and intensity of talks, the machinery of government has to prepare for all outcomes.
We are now, 7 months away from potential no-deal Brexit, and the government needs to make sure that all of the businesses, organisations, individuals who are affected are ready in case that outcome comes about.
There's political motive around the publication of these documents too. Theresa May promised her Brexiteers that she would step up the preparedness for a no-deal Brexit, in part to strengthen her hand in the negotiations with Brussels. But she might also quietly be hoping that publishing these documents might focus the public's mind on what a no-deal scenario really looks like, and in turn garner a bit more support for her rather unloved Chequers Compromise plan. Campaigners on either side will no doubt weaponise these papers to further their own cause, the government's peddling Project Fear, or conversely, the reality of Brexit means Britain needs a radical rethink. But beyond the battles in Westminster, businesses and citizens are now clamouring for more practical information. Brexit Day is now just 7 months off, and Theresa May doesn't look that much closer to getting a deal. You can understand why Sally Stevenson is nervous. Beth Rigby, Sky News.